Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine. Today we're going to do another great workout you can do in your home. Very minimal equipment and very little space involved. So remember to come into these workouts warmed up and ready to move. 5 to 10 minutes of a cardio workout just to start to get your body warm, get your muscles warmed up, get your heart rate up, and get in the right frame of mind for movement. So today we're going to use a set of dumbbells. Probably a little bit on the lighter side. You can always go heavier if you need. A fit ball if you have one. And then like either a couple soft like playground balls or like a foam roller or a rolled up beach towel, something like that, and a band. So that is all you're going to need for today. We're going to start today with windmills with a bridge on the ball. If you do not have a ball, you can do a bridge on the floor, or you can just simply lie on your back with your knees bent. Okay, or you can do it on a bench too. Okay, we are going to walk out to a bridge. I want your head and shoulders resting comfortably on top of the ball, lifting those hips so you're squeezing those glutes, weight in your heels. We're going to press those weights straight overhead, and then we're going to windmill your arms or scissors your arms, whichever you'd like to prefer to think about it. Think about trying to keep your arms relatively straight. So we are working your lats and your shoulders here. Breathing by keeping your arms straight, especially at the top here. We're working those lats versus if I were to bend it and keep moving that elbow joint, we'd be doing some more triceps, which is okay, but we're really trying to target those lats and shoulders here. If you're having any shoulder pain, you can bend your elbows, but keep your elbows at that same angle throughout, or do a smaller range of motion. So you don't have to go all the way up here. You could just stop about there. You could do a smaller range of motion, or of course you can always grab a lighter weight. One more each way. Lifting those hips, squeezing those glutes. And at the top, just bring them straight to your body and walk back up to a seated position. Now take a minute here. If you feel like you've gotten lightheaded or dizzy, you always want to make sure that your blood pressure returns to normal and you are not feeling lightheaded. Okay, for the next exercise, I'm going to have you grab one heavy weight. So I have a kettlebell here, or you could grab a dumbbell or anything that you have, a gallon jug, something like that. Remember to always pick it up with good form, bending those knees and hips. Now, I'm going to have you carry this weight to your staircase if you have one. If you don't have one, we can just do a plain farmer carry where you walk back and forth slowly up and down your hall. But I want to add an element, so a little bit more lower extremity strength. I want you to go slowly up and down your staircase twice. Now, I only want you holding a weight in one hand so that you have the other hand available for the railing. I don't want you to lose your balance. So slowly up and down your staircase, thinking about maintaining level shoulders, really engaging that core, and slowly go up and down those stairs. So if you do not have stairs, you can just walk around your room. You can walk up and down the hallway, wherever you happen to be. The key is level shoulders, tight tummy. This is actually a pretty intense core exercise. Now, I want you to do the stairs twice so that you do one time with the weight in one hand and the next time with the weight in the other hand. Okay, once you've done those stairs, come on back. You can press pause if you'd like and then come back when you're ready. Next, we're going to grab an exercise band. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of balance challenge with this as well. So let's either do a very narrow stance, a staggered stance, or a tandem stance with this today. We're going to do reverse flies, but making an X. So keep those shoulders down and back to start. So think about putting your shoulder blades in your back pocket. Put that band straight out in front of you. Now, when you do that, make sure your shoulders don't go up. You want to keep those shoulders down. Band straight out in front of you. Now we're going to pull it apart and make an X with those arms. Make sure that top shoulder does not go up near your ear. When you squeeze back, squeeze those shoulder blades together. If you're having any shoulder pain with this, you can keep one side down and make that X a little wider instead of taller. Keep those tummy muscles nice and tight. Breathing, squeeze those shoulder blades together as you pull back. 2 more each side. 10 and 10. All right, good. Now, in order to make that easier, you can hold on to it a little further apart. You can make it harder by holding onto it closer. You could double up your band if you have a really light band and you want some more resistance, but you know, you can play with it and see what you need for your resistance. All right, now we're going to lower down to the floor, onto your hands and knees. And we're going to do donkey kicks. So on those hands and knees, you want your hands directly beneath your shoulders, knees directly beneath your hips, and then your head in line so that you're not looking up or looking down. You want to keep that cervical spine in line with the rest of your spine. Almost think about tucking your chin to keep all of that in a proper alignment. Now we're going to lift up one side and press like you're going to press the ceiling away with your foot. Squeezing that glute each time. You should feel this in your exercising glute and hamstrings just a little bit. It's a pretty small range of motion. I'm keeping this 90-degree bend in my knee and pushing the ceiling away with my flat foot. And rest. Now we're going to switch sides. While you're doing this, your goal is to really also think about maintaining a flat back. So I don't want you turned out like this. Think about keeping a flat back. Just working those glutes. Breathing. And rest. Good. If you want to, you can sit back in child's pose and really stretch those out afterwards. Now we're going to stay on the floor. So why don't you come off those hands for just a little bit. Give your wrists and arms a little bit of a break. We're going to do a beast side crawl. So you start on your hands and knees. And then you lift up your knees. So that's the kind of the beast position. Now what we're going to do is get into that position and then move 2 to the side and then 2 back. So it's called a beast side crawl. Same position as that first one where your hands are directly beneath your shoulders, your knees directly beneath your hips, and then you're just going to come up onto your toes. So you're really engaging your core here. And then we're going to move side to side 2. Now you can move the opposite foot. Try to keep your back as flat as possible. So notice that my knees are almost in contact with the ground. I'm not way up here, down here. Let's go back and forth one more time. 1, 2. All right, good. Those are really challenging. It's not a very large movement, but it is a lot of core, a lot of upper body strength. Give it a shot, even if you can only move 1 and then you need to take a break and then come back, build up to that one. It's a good challenge, a lot of good functional core body strength. Okay, now we are going to sit on that ball if you have one, otherwise you can sit on a chair. And I've got my foam roller here is what I'm going to use. We're going to do some knee and arm squeezes. So sit up nice and tall on your chair or your ball, whatever you have. Bring those shoulders down, good posture. Put the foam roller, or you could use a couple pillows, you could use a couple soft playground balls, whatever you happen to have. We're going to do knee and arm squeezes. So put it right in between your knees, like I said, shoulders down, and then we're going to hold it for 2 or 3 seconds. So squeeze. You're not really going to be able to see too much movement here. And then you can also control how much you're squeezing. 3. Now, squeezing your knees is a hip stabilizer. So you're working your adductors, your internal thigh muscles. Think about using your core while you have to squeeze your arms and your legs together. Your core also has to activate. When you squeeze your arms, we're working those pecs. So when we do it all together, it activates all of those muscles together. Remember not to scrunch up here. Keep those shoulders down. And then, like I said, you can control how hard you're squeezing. So if you're squeezing so hard and you think, oh, this is so hard, don't squeeze quite so hard. Or if this isn't feeling good, as a modality to squeeze, use a pillow, use a soft ball, use balance discs work really well for this one. 2 more. And breathe. Okay, good job. Go ahead and do those through 1 or 2 more times. Add a little cardio in between, and remember to stretch and do your cool down afterwards. As always, please let me know if you have any questions or if you need any modifications to any of these, and we'll see you next time. Have a great workout, everybody.